Hi YouTube. When I found this table of Facebook Market for $80, I had every intention of chalk paint. What I did not have an intention was making a video. I started by cleaning the table and chairs with Lysol wipes. The table has really good bones and I'm super excited. Some of the detail in this table is phenomenal. While I'm cleaning, I'm also removing the cushions. Simple with my drill here. And I'm going to do the same thing for all 6 chairs. Yes, 6 chairs. I knew when I got this table that I would need to sand it, so I did have to go out and buy a sander as well as the pads to go to the sander. Now, the wrong mistake was sanding this in my home. We did have on protective gear, but it made such a mess that you will see that after we sand it, it will be leaving the house. Hubby and I went to Home Depot and we fell in love with the Dusty Laurel by Behr. This is one coat on the table while it's still in the house, as well as the legs. Here I'm painting a chair, and as you can see, I'm being very generous with my paint. I did not do the Salon brush. I just got a standard brush. It was about $7 at Home Depot, but I will use this brush basically throughout. Just trying to make sure I get really good coverage, and I'm being very generous with the chalk paint. I love this color. Behr showed out with this color. This is a beautiful, and the color name is Dusty Laurel. It's beautiful. As you can see, I have no method of stroking. I'm just going with what feels right with me and trying to coat the first coat. Here I finished all 6 chairs and I've put them into the living room to allow them to dry. I'm uber pleased, and this is only one coat and the detail is amazing. Yes, like I said, they must go into the garage. Here my first coat is dried and I'm able to see the bleed through and what I need to do as far as repainting, but I will be putting 3 coats. This is only the first coat. I'm going to also do the bottom just in case I ever put the chairs on top of the table. I don't want this ugly brown to show in these places, so I'm going to paint them in and cover this brown. Here I have applied 3 coats to my chairs. I have got the back, front. This is 3 coats and I am allowing them to dry. While they dry, I'm going to go ahead and start on the legs to the table. This is only 1 coat and these are the legs, and you can see the bleed through, the places I missed, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 coats, or 2 more coats on these legs. Here I'm finished with all 3 coats. My legs have been coated 3 times with the chalk paint and sanded in between the second and third, as well as the chairs, and I think they look phenomenal. The table still only has 1 coat of chalk paint. but I will be applying another one which is not on video. Here I'm going to redo my cushions. I found this beautiful design fabric that goes well with this dusty Laurel at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, and it was just enough to cover all 6 cushions, and the whole roll only cost me $5. Here I'm removing the staples. I'm using a flathead screwdriver, and I would suggest as you remove the staples to always force it away from you. Some of the staples will stick and you cannot remove them, or they'll be a little difficult to remove, and for those I have chosen to use a screwdriver. And here's just a slow down method of me using the pliers. Did I say screwdriver? I meant pliers. Duh, Tammy moment. However, after I do this, I'm going to recover this cushion, and I have cut my material to the exact measurements that I would need just to have enough. Now the secret here is to pull tight. Some places I use the pliers, but you want to pull this fabric as tight as possible. I know I'm using a lot of staples, but one thing I realized, I did have the staple gun and these staples on hand. The staples that I did remove are a lot longer, so I doubled up. That way I would actually have more security. And here, like I said, just keep pulling it tight as you can get it. You want it to be the snuggest bug in the rug. Now that I've covered it, I'm going to take some scissors and trim the excess material away. And like I said, I measured to make sure I had just enough for all of 6 of my chairs. And here I'm going to use the same bottom that came with it, and I'm going to re-secure it. Yes, it's a lot of staples, but they're shorter than the original ones, and I just want to make sure I have extra security. So and you're just going to staple it down all the way around the edges and secure it, and voila, cushion covered. I'm going to do the same thing for all 6. I chose a polycrylic and I wanted something to shine, so I went with a glossy, and this is 3 coats of polycrylic over 3 coats of the Behr chalk paint. And this is the gloss you get. You can see the table doesn't have the same gloss, and I think it looks incredibly amazing. Moving on to the chairs, you can see the gloss of the shine, and this is 3 coats on the chairs as well as the 3 coats that are on the legs of the table. And I like the shine. I didn't want to have multicolor, but here, I picked these up from the Dollar Tree. They were $1 a pack. I did have to get 2 packs, and this is to protect my floors. Some of them came in odd shapes, and some did not, so I just doubled up. The same manner in which I remove the cushions from the chair, I'm going to reinstall them from the chair. Here, I'm just making sure that they're even and they're in the right place. I'm going to use my drill and the same screws I used. The same screws that were in it, I'm going to replace them. Making sure the screws actually flush the wood to the base. So this did require a little bit of pressure just to make sure that was a tight seal. because I'm going to use this table in my dining room and it's going to be family meals, I did want to try something different. I wanted a roll brush. That way I can apply a generous amount of the polycrylic to the table. So I chose to roll with a roll brush or a trim brush. That way I can get a generous amount. I'm going to do this for the whole table, and I'm actually going the same direction in which the table has been painted with the chalk paint and sanded. Here I'm just finishing up this side. Here I'm going back. This is actually the third coat. The final coat. I did 2 roll coats. I sanded after the second one, and the first and the second, I'm sorry, application of the polycrylic. And this is my third and final coat, and I will not be sanding after this one. Making sure the table is free of dust and any debris. I'm in the garage and it's November. Bees are flying around leaves, so you don't want to paint those into your table. So do make sure you keep an eye out for those things. And here's just a quick picture of what the table looked like before I got it, or when I got it. I'm sorry, when I received it. Ooh. And this is the end result. I'm uber pleased with how it came out, how it makes it look. These are the cushions before I recovered them. And these are the cushions after being recovered. I love how this came out. Thanks for watching.